You are now tuned in to
Lamark After Dark.
Hi guys, welcome to Lamark After Dark, another episode. Man, I feel like season 2 has been kind of going by quickly, and it's crazy because it's just wow, you just kind of started.
Yeah.
But
It is what it is. I mean, we're here.
we're rocking.
Yeah.
We have a special guest in the building, Mr. Eli. Welcome to Lamark After Dark.
Thank you. Should I put these on?
Sure.
I mean, whatever you feel comfortable with.
Gotcha. It's like the second time I'm asking, but
I
So-
feel like you want to make sure the hair is right.
yeah.
Yeah.
How does it look?
It looks good. It looks
Better
good.
with the headphones.
Both ways.
I mean, both ways are cool.
Cool.
So, just a disclaimer to all the guests, future guests. So, you can't see yourself on the show. Only I can see you. You won't see yourself until the preview is out. And that's kind of, I guess, shitty. But it's not my fault. I didn't set this up. But it is what it is. But welcome, Eli, to Lamark After Dark. Eli, let the people know what you do. And how'd you get started?
Yeah. Fair warning before I dive deep, or do a deep dive. I mean, my throat's a little scratchy, so if my voice cracks throughout this entire segment, it's the allergies.
It's okay. We're with
You
you.
good.
We'll accept the emotion.
Yeah. So thank you both for having me once again. I'm Eli. I'm currently a video producer at The Breakfast Club, aka the world's most dangerous morning show. We're now on BET TV, so big congrats. Shout out to BET, yes indeed.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, and shout out Drizzy Drake, of course, repping OVO. Got to start that early. So do I dive into the backstory now, or are we gonna?
We can dive into the
Yeah,
backstory.
sure.
Just like how you got started.
Yeah. I
And you can curse. Like, this is a very free show.
Free range.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah.
Cool. So, late high school, there was a teacher who told me I was like a creative. I had no idea what I wanted to do. I wanted to be an architect at first. And then once she was like, yeah, you should apply to art school. And I was like, what the fuck's art school? I applied to SUNY's, but obviously unfortunately my financial circumstances weren't set up in favor of attending to a SUNY. So I ended up going to a CUNY, spent 4 years, got my bachelor's degree in advertising and graphic design, or communication design, which was the initial title, at New York City College of Technology in Brooklyn.
Not Brooklyn again.
Yeah.
Is
Fun
that where
fact.
you're from? Sorry to cut you off. Are you from Brooklyn?
Yeah, so that was
Okay.
actually what I was just about to say. So fun fact, I actually lived in all 5 boroughs. I'm originally from the Lower East Side of Manhattan, but grew up for the most part in Brooklyn.
Okay.
Which borough do you like the most?
Brooklyn.
I mean, it depends. I feel like I'm definitely a city boy at heart, but Brooklyn feels more like content for me
Mhm.
to live in, at least.
I'm not gonna lie, but I'm not initially a New York native, but Brooklyn is my favorite borough.
And I don't understand that, Chelsea,
I don't
because you're
even
not
live
even
in
from
Brooklyn.
here. I just don't understand.
I was low key going for the 5 just now. I was raising my hand low key. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? Just a low 5.
Sorry, right.
It's whatever.
We
I
spoke
mean,
about this.
I feel like Queens just gets a bad rap, but it's whatever.
It does, you know what?
Is it-
Southside Jamaica, Queensland is crazy. Okay. Come
Shout out
on.
Nikki.
Yeah,
on.
but she's been really.
We'll get into.
Yeah, we'll get
All right,
another
back
day.
to our friend Eli here. So Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Okay. Take us into the next step. So you was like, what is art school? You ended up going there. What made you decide okay, this is really for me? Because we all kind of reached that point where it's okay, we go to school, we study this thing, and then when you get into the real world, sometimes we end up where we don't necessarily see ourselves going. So what made you say, no, I'm gonna stick with this? This is for me.
Great question. I had no idea what I wanted to do. I did believe that I had some creative skills. I just wanted to figure out what they were. So once I was in college, I didn't have any graphic design experience, no video producing or editing experience, no creative experience. I mean, everybody drew in kindergarten and stuff like that at some point, but I just really gave it my all, and I met a whole bunch of connections. I would always network while I was in that what they call module for the first 2 years when I got my associates in communication design. And yeah, I was outside. I was outside for real, just networking. I was a part of this club called the Art and Design Club. Shout out Art and Design Club, ComD. Yeah. And then the funny thing was, I remember probably my sophomore, junior year of college, I was like mentoring these video producing like high school students, or high school students who were like video producers at the time, and we had like how do you say it, like a boot camp, like a 1-day boot camp, and I just went with these guys, and they did like this project, and I saw them editing, and I was like, oh, I would never do this. I was like, you guys, I really tip my hat off to you guys, because video editing is not my thing. I'm gonna stick with graphic design and all that other stuff. And then a year later, I was in, or that like next semester, I had to take a video editing class, took that, and I fell in love with video editing and found out that I had a pretty good knack for, producing. So,
okay.
Yeah. Was it easy was it, well, I'm going to say easy. How was the challenges getting from where you were from college to where you are now?
Inside of school or like in outside?
I guess both.
Outside, man. Outside's like another story in itself. Like that's just a different, I feel like outside was the reason why I really gave it my all when it came to my career, or like, where whatever I end up doing, occupation, in the long term. And I never had like a goal. I never, said, oh, when I get my bachelor's, I'm going to do this, or I want to be a CEO or anything like that. I just, kind of went with the flow, because you know how life goes, ups and downs, and you never know who you're going to meet and stuff like that. So I just really did what felt right.
Okay.
I love that.
Yeah, it's really powerful. It's taking a really powerful, really powerful story. And, being in a creative career path, it's very difficult. This show is kind of it's mostly talked about 9 to 5 versus entrepreneurship. And I guess we can dive right into like the question of the night, which is, would you rather a 9 to 5 or a job where your hours aren't predictable? Uh-oh. Here we go.
I've had both. I loved the flexibility of doing different things. So my background is in PR and radio. That's how me and Lamark met.
Mm-hmm.
We'll dive into that another episode.
Can we say where we met? Like, we can say it, right?
Yeah, sure.
We met at Intercom.
Hello, working for all the OGs.
I literally thought
we said we were not going to talk bad.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
Oh, we did. Okay, all right.
I thought you were going to play an applause, and then it's a fight.
Yeah.
Like, nice.
So I've had, different part times. I was dog walking. I was working at the radio. I was working at a community center. Like, I was doing different things, and I had a free flow kind of schedule, but the money was slightly unpredictable, because it's like, okay, if I don't see these certain dogs and do this amount of walks, I'm not going to have this extra money on top of the money that I'm making here, which just pays my bills, or things like that.
Right.
Versus me going more into the animal industry, which is what I'm in right now, which is crazy, from radio to animal industry. We'll also talk about that.
It's animals everywhere. So
right. Everywhere. And it's also a passion of mine. So why not? And there's money in it. So going into working a full-time now, where it's more structured and I know certain hours I'm not available, when I get out of work, the sun is about to go down soon, just those things. But I feel like it makes me appreciate the flexibility of what you can make out of every day, because there's times where I had off Tuesdays and Mondays, or Wednesdays and Thursdays. Now I'm working a regular Saturday. I'm off Saturday, Sunday schedule. Everybody's out. It's I like the obscurity of the more free flow schedule, but the 9 to 5 does provide a structure that I think a lot of us need in order to even be great in entrepreneurship. If you do decide to go into something where you don't really decide your schedule straight up. So I think you need both. It just really depends on who you are as a person. But if I had to pick one, I'm going with the free flow, because I just like doing my own thing.
Oh, free flow, like entrepreneurship?
Yeah, like I'd rather be a freelance or
Gotcha.
a creative. If I was DJing full time, that's honestly what I'm working towards eventually, like as a side thing, because that's not really what I fully want as my career. But yeah, I would much rather be doing that, running a creative company or owning like a media studio, or
right?
you know,
or just having like different streams of income
different
in
streams
general. Of,
exactly.
Like, dibbling dabbling.
They say, quote unquote, that the average, what would be considered successful American, has at least 7 streams of income, which is insane.
What the fuck?
Thank you.
Yeah.
I struggle trying
legally.
To get, yes,
Okay.
legally.
I feel like people who have 7 streams of income definitely don't have a structured, like, steady 9 to 5.
Exactly. Because how the F?
Yeah. There's no way.
No way. So that's my personal opinion.
Right.
So thank you guys for listening to my TED Talk.
No, it's okay.
You know, that's how I feel about it.
Definitely.
I mean, personally, I did 9 to 5 when I was living in Atlanta. I kind of hated it. It was 8 to 5 actually, with no benefits.
Oh,
shout out to Icon Swim.
Oh.
So yeah, it just wasn't the best. I don't give a fuck. But I don't know. I always wanted to be a star. Like I always wanted to kind of have my voice out there, have my name known. But I feel like God just didn't want me to do certain things at the wrong time. I think if I blew up when I felt like I should blow up, then I think that my ego would have been through the roof. I would have not respected it well. I think that I would have been not a bitch, but just I don't know what tells you the look. But just, you know, I wouldn't have really been in for the right reasons, if that makes sense. I think that you know, it's God's timing. I think moving to Atlanta really helped me come into the man that I am today. And it really helped me show that, you know, you have your ups and downs. Because I was going to give up radio as a whole media when I came back from Atlanta. Because fuck this, I'm not doing it anymore. I've been doing it since like, what, 2018? And I just felt like personally, like it wasn't for me. Like I kept getting, you're great, but you're a little urban. You're great, but you're a little gay. Yep. You're great, but you know, you're this, you're that. You got to move somewhere. You got to do this. So I was like, fuck this whole industry. Fuck it. I'm just going to go be a therapist. And I got a therapy job when I moved back to New York. But then I got another job with iHeart. And it just went up from there. So honestly, I think that was God. That was God's way of telling me not to give up. Because I was about to say, fuck it all. Honestly. Like, fuck the show. Fuck, like, whatever. Fuck it all. So I don't know if I answered the question. But I do, in my hearts of hearts, I think that I'm meant to be in a more creative aspect. I mean, I think a 9 to 5 is cool, but I think that I'm supposed to be where I'm supposed to be, and I think that
whatever it entails,
right? Like I feel like I'm supposed to be still be on a billboard, maybe not today, but I was coming and
coming on your helicopter with the cake, like you said before.
Oh, my 30th. You know? But you know, I'll be trying. I really feel like sometimes I don't take pride in like what I'm actually doing, and sometimes I just be thinking like, oh no, it's just a little show. But nah, it's not just a little show. Like people saw like 5 different countries, 40 cities. So I was like, that's really cool that people really is fucking with it. Because and even like Eli works with professionals. I mean, I consider myself professional, but I'm trying. So the fact that, you know, getting people different and really fucking with it, I'm like, that's really cool. So
yeah, definitely. Thank you once again for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming. I really appreciate it. I mean, we still have a whole. We're gonna get to some shit, but we have a whole.
I'm excited for you guys, you know, I'm excited just to be here.
Yeah, we welcome all creatives in all walks of life.
Yeah.
And I think that's what makes us really cool, is because we represent so many different things, and especially our guests as well. Like there's so many different lanes that you represent, you know, but you're one individual. Yeah. So it's just really cool having all of that in one room and being able to really dive into that and find out more about people. People just want to be heard. People just want to, you know, be able to express whatever it is that they have going on or whatever they're working on or passionate about in life. So that's, I feel like, what really makes us stand out. And I love that.
Yeah.
Lamark has always been about that. I've always been about that.
Right.
So I think
I'm always about like having somebody come on, show their story. Like I feel like that whole ego shit. Now, don't get me wrong. I do have a little ego, but it's but it's never like to the point where like I feel like I'm better than somebody else. Yeah. I just don't want to accept pickle juice. Like I don't like that. To me, I don't like disrespect, and I don't like bullies, and I don't like being felt like I'm going less than my worth. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that. And I like to be respected, like just how I respect everybody else. Yeah. And I feel like sometimes in this industry, people like to play with you. They like to give you free stuff. They like to make you do things. And, you know, it's just kind of shitty. Yeah. Eli, any experiences you could share with the people that you had where you felt like either somebody with a big ego was coming at you, you felt disrespected, or you just felt like, wow, this is just really like somebody else powerful that tried to, I guess, diminish your worth?
Yeah. I mean, so coming out, I'm not sure how I should like frame this and phrase this because I don't want to like
Yeah.
throw anything
Yeah,
out.
you don't have to name drop if you don't.
Awesome.
You know.
Yeah. So not my current job, obviously, but one of the jobs that I've had in the past, my manager wasn't very fond of me, but it was actually her manager who got me the job in the first place. And I already knew like from the jump that like if it were up to her, my manager, she would definitely not have hired me. I always had a good attitude when it came to like workplace etiquette and all that stuff. And I always also found something to be like passionate about, even if like the work itself kind of sucked. But yeah, the work at that particular job didn't suck. It was great, and I was good at what I did. But I remember, because this was like a temporary job, my manager had once said, she kind of like downplayed me in a way, where, sorry, I told you my voice was.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Going down. There was one of my coworkers. She basically gave that coworker all this praise, as if they were like better than me. And I wasn't even coming from a place in the first place where I was making myself seem like I was anyone. I was just myself. I was like, like I'm just here doing what I got to do and trying my best at it. But yeah, I feel like that right there kind of triggered something in me that was like you don't see anything in me. Kind of felt, what's the word?
It's like I guess I feel like somebody telling you can't do something. It's like I'm gonna show you that I really can.
Yeah,
do
it's
it.
not soul crushing. It's just kind of like
you felt like she tried belittling you.
Yeah,
like she tried to diminish who you were, your talent and your character.
Yeah, like not
even. Precisely. You usually find that from people
that's a little
who are I don't want to say jealous, but sometimes was she older than you?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So sometimes people who see younger people on a trajectory, I think that they wanted to be on, or they see a skill or a talent that maybe they don't have, instead of learning how to embrace that from a younger person, it becomes kind of like this jealousy or belittlement, or trying to make that person be like, oh, the little project you did, that was cute.
I know, that's right.
Thank you. Right.
That's exactly what it felt like.
Yeah. And I feel like that's the energy she was probably giving you, because she was, wishing that she had that skill. Like, dang, if I was his age and I had the chance to do that. Sometimes we come across that.
Yeah.
And because we grew up in a culture where it's like, oh, respect your elders or respect your man. No, fuck that.
Yeah, fuck
bitch.
that. Yeah.
Like, you ain't ass bitch, okay? Sometimes you need to cross that line. I don't care the age, because respect. Thank you.
Beyond.
You gotta give respect to get it in any lane.
I fucking agree. Absolutely.
Where's she at? Where you left her, and look where you're at. So
thank you. Yeah. So
period. So Eli, I don't know, did we talk about your sign?
Oh yeah, I want to dive into that.
Oh, it's going down.
Okay, can we take some guesses first?
Well, initially Chelsea's guess was a Scorpio.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, you like Drake.
Yeah.
Okay, so you are a Scorpio.
No.
Oh.
Okay.
Wait.
Are you a water sign?
Is that giving too much away?
No, because then there's 3 to choose from.
I personally, I just give you a top 3 and I'll give my top 3.
Okay.
I think it's either a Sagittarius. Oh, maybe an Aquarius.
I was getting Aquarius vibes too. Aquarius, Scorpio, or
something spicy.
Maybe
a Taurus.
Maybe Sag. Maybe Virgo. A little bit of Virgo.
I was gonna say Virgo. I don't know.
Oh.
What?
Yeah, it might be a Taurus.
Nothing against Virgos entirely.
Oh.
Okay.
I know. Like, there's like legends who are Virgos, and
Shout out to Beyonce.
Yes.
But Virgos are a lot. I mean,
so I feel like there's different types of Virgos. Like,
yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Fun fact: I don't know. All of my exes are Virgos.
So wow.
I just
really?
And one Libra.
Like, I know how many exes you have.
There's only like 3 or 4 of them. But yeah, I have this weird thing with Virgo men, even though they're absolutely batshit. But
they're not as bad as Sagittarius.
That's a different story with Sagittarius. That's a different. Okay, so were we right in any of our guesses?
No, but
are you a fire sign?
No.
Oh.
No. I'm a Cancer.
What?
Really? I'm a Cancer too. How the fuck did I not get that? Wait, June or July?
July.
Okay.
So yeah, fun fact, the emoji calendar icon, there's like 3 of them, but like 2 out of those 3 are July 17th, so that's a good way to remember.
Okay.
Wow.
So you're a core Cancer. Like, he's really deep in there. He's not on the cusp like you are, kind of.
So you see how you just came?
Are you in June?
I'm in June.
Gotcha. Yeah,
so
I know a lot of June Cancers too.
So me and Gemini are like
Yeah,
you know.
but he's a very proud Cancer.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
This is gonna go great.
Yeah.
See, this is
Aw. And then the Leo sandwich in the middle.
Hey.
A little fire.
you know what,
He
Chelsea?
be big mad, but he loves me, you guys.
I
don't know
love Leos
what the
as
problem
friends, but relationships. So me personally,
Mm.
I'm sensitive. I don't know if you're sensitive, but I
Oh, very
feel
much
like
so. I mean, to a certain extent.
Okay.
I feel like in relationships, these bigger signs with those mouths like Leo, Sagittarius, Capricorn, they get really mouthy. And am I bugging or like they get a little mouthy? And
Some of us are really sweet.
I'm not saying you guys aren't sweet. I'm just saying that mouth is crazy, and I just don't have the time. So I mean, have you had similar experiences with that or?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not too deep into the, whole zodiac spectrum.
Mhm.
I obviously. So you said all your exes were
Majority of them, yeah, Virgos.
Virgos.
And I didn't have that many exes, you guys. Not really.
Yeah. So I've only had 2 exes who were Virgos, and my first ex, I'm not sure what her sign was. Like I said, I'm not too much into that zodiac. It wasn't like a long-term thing.
Ooh.
How you doing?
But yeah.
All right. And well, are you single right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you looking?
Casually, I feel like I am. It's tough. I feel like this is. We can get real deep into it, but we will. We should because
hey, I mean the floor is yours.
let me tell you, this generation does not know love.
No,
and
they don't.
I'm an old soul. I'm very much an old soul, hopeless romantic. I just hate social media. Like
I hate TikTok.
Yeah, let me tell you, it's
fucking
just
hate
there's so
TikTok.
much that's ruining like the most genuine thing in life, which is like love and like real
connection,
organic connection. That's why it's so hard to like find someone in today's
Too many freaking options. This is not DoorDash, okay?
Yeah, right?
You cannot just get something and say your order is wrong.
Yeah.
Or buy something and put it on the shelf. These are people's feelings and lives on the line.
There's literally like food like ordering apps like DoorDash, Grubhub, whatever, and then there's dating apps. Like I'm like, what has the world come to that we can't like?
But everybody just wants to have sex on those dating apps, so there's that.
Sure.
Yeah, majority. I mean, we're at the age though where that is what we should be doing. That's also a different topic. But...
So would you rather though date somebody with a 9-to-5 or somebody who kind of has a more entrepreneurship lifestyle?
I feel like it wouldn't really
matter.
Matter. It would be either or. I feel like as long as that significant other of mine has goals, or not even just goals, just has a good head on their shoulders,
right?
That independent, that like and ambition, has that
the drive.
Yeah, just but whatever it is that they do, as long as they're passionate about it, they love doing it. Whether they're in a relationship or not, it wouldn't stop them from reaching that like goal or dream of theirs. That's what like really that what really kind of.
I get what you're saying. I definitely get what you're saying. I feel like see it's the same answer. I feel like it's the same. Personally though, I don't. I feel like I would date a rapper though, just to get an NDA and just get that out of my system. But that's just me for like a one little night thing. But after my rapper situation, then I'm gonna just go with the love thing. But I'm still gonna do the rapper because honey, it's coming.
Okay. I feel that.
But before we get to you, Chelsea, have you had like people because of your job, like people just want to be cool with you because of what you do?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
For sure.
I'm sure. People used to do that to us, and we weren't even on.
Yeah, honey. I was
the
like,
same
please.
level he's on. So I can imagine people doing all kind of crap.
But would you date Chelsea at 9-to-5? Or?
So I agree with Eli. Like it really depends on that person. As long as like you're passionate about what you do, it's something that you will wake up and want. Everybody's not waking up and doing what they want to do for free. So
yeah.
But I don't know. How do I feel about that for real? Because I do want you to be bringing in some income.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
But if you're passionate about what you do and it makes you happy,
Right.
what's better than that? Because what you're gonna exuberate, like the energy you're gonna bring.
Like they may be broke right now, but they're doing their passion.
Exactly. Even though I'm a little tired of, doing the, what do you call it? The flipper upper houses. I feel like sometimes we do that with people. Like we think they have potential, but I'm not Summer Walker. I can't see everybody's potential. So I just bring in some income, but just be doing what you love. I support it. As long as our lifestyles mesh together, you're growing into what you want to do. I'm able to still be my own person. You're still able to be your own person. I'm not going to stop you.
Yeah.
Do you, baby. Do you. That's how I feel.
Okay. So are you looking? Are you like just living?
I'm also just like casually out here free flow. And I feel like I've had a lot of shit happen in the past few months. So I'm not taking anybody seriously at all.
Well, our next episode's about heartbreak, so we'll really get to
we'll
dive into that.
Yeah.
Can't wait to watch that.
Yeah. Shit. All right. So I guess any last questions for Eli before we get into Lamarck's corner you have?
No, I feel like you definitely were able to answer everything. And then my main question, of course, was your sign. Because I was like, you're giving mystery, but at the same time, you're very direct.
I feel like I really did not get cancer though.
I didn't get that either.
So
you definitely walked in here on some heartbreak poppy vibes. And it's not just because the OVO. It's not.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Are you happy though? Like, do you feel like you're happy with the choices you made where you are right now in your career? And then also, you know what? Yes, I do have another question. Where do you see yourself going? You don't have to give a timeline because I feel like I hate timelines. That's some bullshit. But where do you see yourself going with the path that you're on now?
That's a great question. I feel like I've been asked that a lot as of lately. And I really don't have any goals right now. I really don't see, there's no like vision. It's usually for me, it's like step by step, whatever life has in store for me, just because of how things go, like how life is. And not to sound like, sad or like pessimistic. I'm very optimistic. I have very good positive energy towards life in itself. I'm like very grateful just to wake up every day alive, happy, healthy. But yeah, I feel like I just want to be able to continue doing what I'm doing, and I feel like I don't even know what I'm doing. Like, to be very honest.
No, but that's real. That's real. Yeah, I get it. Like they may not, but I get it.
We're
like I really get what you're
here
fucking saying.
just
Yeah,
taking it one day at a time.
Right.
Nobody knows what they're doing.
No one knows
the
what the fuck
older
they're
you
doing.
get, the more you learn. The more, and then you step back and you look at your elders too. Like, oh shit, them niggas ain't know what the fuck they was doing.
Exactly. However, though, elders don't understand when you do a creative field when you don't get the money.
Especially
like,
when you're Caribbean.
Oh my God.
We're not gonna get into that.
It is.
Yeah, the creative field is like another life.
Parent hell. Like they do not get it unless.
I mean, now it's becoming more prominent just because of like everyone is getting it, But
we spoke before we get into Lamarck's corner. We spoke about this on the last episode about like how now celebrities have radio shows and podcasts. How do you feel about that? Because we were saying that I feel like it should be both ways. I feel like the young stars that actually go to school and do this don't get the same opportunities that maybe like a Lotto will get, or like somebody like a Nicki Minaj or somebody like a Joe Budden will get for a show because of their popularity.
Yeah.
Why does Jennifer Hudson have a talk show? Kelly Clarkson. Tell me why.
People like Kelly Clarkson's show when she gets on her knees and like does the thing with the people. No, that sounds bad. No, when she like grabs her hand and like it's an intimate thing. Y'all know if y'all watch the show. But Eli, what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I feel like nowadays, obviously, to each his own in terms of like doing whatever it is that you want to do or think you want to do. And when I say think you want to do, because as Mark mentioned, a lot of celebrities are starting podcasts, but they're already celebrities. They already have platform. They already have those people backing them to start, a podcast, like, and have that quick startup turnaround, whatever it is. I don't know what
your media training is great.
Let me tell you. So
I'm trying to like get you a little, but he's really on it. He won't even mention names.
And you see, and I just want to point out that's the difference between somebody who's a professional in this field and someone who just does it for kicks or because they have a following, because you know how to word what you're saying. Yeah. You know how to ask particular questions. You know how to really dive in and get the answer in the story or the angle. There's a difference.
Not everyone should have a mic.
No, but please continue.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, sure. And yeah, as for those kids, teenagers, and people who are looking to get into starting a podcast, I feel like they definitely deserve more light, especially if they're good at it. Like if they're really passionate about it, if they're giving it their all, if they're using the majority of their time to do what it is that they love, in this instance, or in this case, doing a podcast, they deserve like more of that recognition. And I feel like a lot of that's getting lost in today's like media. I mean, Instagram just had blue checks like that were given out, like subscriptions. And I'm just like, I don't know how everyone else feels about that. Personally, I just didn't really see it as like, it's making everything even less organic than it already was. It was already generic, and now we're making it even more generic. And I'm like, how, generic is it going to get? Now we got AI songs. So
I'm not gonna lie though. Some Ariana's AI songs eats.
But they came out with a Drake and Weeknd collab AI song, and I'm a Drake fan. That shit was slapping.
They did a Kendrick one. It's just really scary. That's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah, it's too much.
That's a whole nother monster.
Too much.
Yeah,
everybody's doing the same thing. We just gotta like find our own lane. That's why I said earlier, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just doing it, because you can't just be like, oh, I'm gonna do what that person's doing, or you gotta just really just focus, hone in, and if you're good at it, awesome, great.
Right. Let it be authentic. Like make it your own. And I think that's the issue that we're having with everyone having a podcast, everyone having a talk show, or feeling like there's some kind of 5-second sensation. Like it's not that. People feel when you have a real authentic connection and passion for what it is that you do. People feel what you actually put on the table. There's a difference between somebody hearing you and feeling you, and I that's the difference I want to be able to make with what I do.
Yeah, no facts.
I'm just really tired of the lane being clogged up. It's like all this it's not even diarrhea, it's constipation at this point.
I don't even blame them. I blame the big corporations.
Oh, absolutely.
Because at the end of the day, money, really. It should just be, if you're gonna have like 5 celebrities and have the same as people, but people don't want to groom nobody new. They don't want to groom new talent.
Yeah,
nowadays, so.
nobody's trained anymore. That takes us into like the whole Chloe thing, when people talk about like, oh, why didn't her rollout do this or whatever, or why does Lotto have a show? She's not even media trained. And they're skipping step to do certain things, and it shows.
Yeah. Well, on that note, I'm going to go to Lamarck's Corner.
Yay! Oh, this where it gets spicy.
Lamarck's Corner, where I answer all the questions you guys send me, advice, shade, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
All right, question number 1. What are your feelings on open relationships? I feel like if I'm single, it's fine.
Can you define open relationships?
Somewhat, if you're with somebody and they're living their life with other people, but they're still with you, but they're also with other people.
Yeah, that was what they said about like Aisha Curry and Steph Curry before, right? There was like a rumor going around.
Ooh, I didn't hear that.
Wasn't that like a Will and Jada kind of thing?
Yeah, I think it was like just
yeah.
Was that a rumor?
No, that's real. The August Alsina thing was that whole thing was
that
real.
Was part of their open relationship.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Well, I have some tea on that, but I don't.
I mean, we kind of seen what it led up to.
Yeah. I don't think I could do it. I'm very selfish when it comes to that kind of thing. I'm still working on being, I feel like, well, actually, no, I've come a long way with that. But at the same time, I like that. If that's my partner, like that's.
Yeah, I could do if I'm single. But
exactly. I was single and I dealt with someone who was polyamorous, but I really feel like I couldn't get a grip of who they were, because I just felt like you were placing your energy in so many different places.
Yeah.
How could what me and you have be as strong, or be anything more than a friendship, or more than just like friends with benefits?
Right.
So it made no sense to me. So I'm gonna say no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being in your late 20s, what's something you wished you knew back when you were 21? I wished I knew to be, well, I don't want to say consistent, because the kid is consistent. I feel like I wish I knew the power of my voice, and the power that I had when I walked in a room, and the power that I can have when just knowing what I could do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I was so shy and insecure and dealing with so much shit that I didn't really realize, damn, like you could really be doing some shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like a lot of opportunities I didn't get because I kind of just like took the, safe route, or I moved to the back, or just like, I'm the person, like, Chelsea, I think you do, like, I'm gonna give you that shine. Or like, you fire, like, I'm gonna give you that. Like, I'm the person that you think I'm like dope too. Like, I'm not gonna push myself out there. I'll push somebody else out there, but not myself. But you know, let somebody else tell it, then they're gonna think the opposite. But whatever. So I guess that's what I would say in a nutshell.
What about you, Eli?
So the question was something that I wish I knew when I was 21 that I know now.
Mhm.
This is a tough question. I mean, I feel like when I was 21, not that I had it all figured out, but I kind of already had that mindset, that same mindset that I do now. I just handled things differently. And when I say things, I mean things like stress, things like being by myself, doing things alone, and obviously growing as an individual. Now living on my own, there's just so many things that I learned now that, like, in order for me to wish that I knew it when I was 21, I would have to have it when I was 21. You know, like, so now that I have these things, I'm like, you know, it was a learning process. I didn't just get it. So yeah, that's how I feel.
This episode is right deep.
Yeah, that was good. Okay,
Very
I'm gonna
profound.
feel a little snap.
Thank you. I thought it was over for me. I was like, oh, this is
That's
gonna
right.
be blank.
Right, I do know that's right. I wish I knew more about my power, like Lamarck said. Listen, pussy is power. Okay, I'm not
I
just
mean, I have
saying
pussy,
that
but-
to
but,
just
yeah.
be all Trina about it. But shout out to the Queen of Miami though. But I will say, like, I just wish that I knew, like Lamarck said, like, I feel like I already put myself out there so much. I was less afraid actually when I was younger to do things, but I just wish I knew how to put more power behind the things I was doing.
Right.
How to be like, no, I don't want to do that, or yeah, I do like that and I should do this. How to really be more definitive about some of my choices. I don't feel like I made any choices that were detrimental or that weren't good. I definitely was good about not following the crowd, but just knowing the power behind who I was and that what I was doing was, something that was really great. And I should have, I feel like, been a little bit more forceful and stuck to that instead of allowing it to go to the wayside.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah. But also I feel like life came in and kind of changed up my circumstances. So it's not all necessarily my fault.
Life is a bitch.
Yeah. But I feel like I still, through what I was going through, I could have pushed a little harder for my ambitions at the time.
Yeah.
But I'm still happy with, the fact that I got myself back onto the path where I want to be.
Right. That makes sense. Eli, you mind moving a little bit to the left? I mean, right.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're good.
Yeah.
Was I off cam?
Nah, you're just like, it was blocking your face a little bit, but I wanted everybody to see, everything. I edit that part out. Next question. How does someone attract you? Meaning, what stands out for you when someone is trying to pursue you or if you're trying to pursue them?
Consistency.
Oof.
Consistency. Genuine authenticity.
I don't like consistency if you're nuts.
Oh, yeah, no. That's just being crazy.
Yeah. I changed my number because I had a stalker.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot.
I didn't mention that.
Yeah.
You
So,
about it?
no, not really. Fuck him. But I just feel like, because like Lotto said, pussy, if you're going to put on the floor, put on the floor. But if you're not going to, you know what? Next, go with your thing before I get real crazy on this show.
No, you.
I don't know. I want to say consistency, but after the situation I just had, I want to say just genuine love.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just be fucking genuine. Like, if whatever if you want to just have sex, be like, you just want to have sex. Mm-hmm. If you want to do something dope, just be fucking genuine and keep it a buck for me.
Yeah.
Facts. I'm glad you went first.
Mm-hmm.
well, second in this case. I'm saying before me.
Okay, yeah, but I'm gonna just have to go back to saying consistency. Like, that kind of shows the core of everything. It shows that you're gonna be willing to try. And we spoke earlier about people just being so quick to just not even try, like just give up. Like, something happens one time and it's a wrap. They're ready to move on, or like they're ready to cheat. Like, I was talking to this guy. And he literally told me, I forgot what happened. He got into an argument or something because his girl, they're together like a month. And his girl thought something was going on. He lied about it. And because she got upset about it, he really did decide to go cheat. And I'm like, how does that make sense? The ghetto! Yeah. So recognizing those red flags. Oh, that's another thing too.
Oh, red flags.
The red flags. Oh my God. No.
How we all have red flags though.
Yes, but I'm not pretending that your flags are anything but red if they're red.
Yeah.
Okay, we got to be honest and save ourselves everything that is to come if we aren't honest from the start. I think that's important.
Next question. My boyfriend's body count is pretty high, and I'm a virgin. It makes me feel insecure at times. Any advice?
Girl, if you don't hop on the dick. What that got to do with you? He with you right now, right? I mean, unless he's still a gallus out there, I mean, do your thing. At least he has the experience. He could teach you. You know what I'm saying? He could turn you into the sex goddess you want to be. So you
Yeah, as long as I'm
either,
being a dick about it, then I feel like it's fine.
you can either be positive about that or, oh my god, here, like, are we in high school? Like, who cares? You're here. We're human beings. We're meant to have sex. We're here to procreate. Whether you're procreating or not, we have the option now to do that. If you're young, you want to live your life, do it.
And that comes with like whether you have insecurities or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like especially when it comes to insecurities, it's just good to confront them, like tackle them head on, and you know.
Absolutely. And if you should be with somebody who's helping you feel secure.
Right.
So if you're with someone who makes you feel insecure and the sexual part makes it even worse, then maybe you need to rethink who you're with.
Yeah.
Well said.
But I also don't want to, like, because technically it's not really his, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if he had just very experienced and you're not, you feel a way about that, then that's nothing really he can really do. You know what I'm saying?
That's definitely an insecurity. I think that's something you have to check within yourself.
Thanks for the question.
Yeah.
I feel like you read her a little, but okay. And that last question, can you be with someone who doesn't make as much time for you due to work obligations?
Been there. Obviously not. It didn't work out, so I don't think so.
It depends, because I mean, I work a lot too, so like it really depends on us having time, making time for each other. But if it's always something, like I would be that person, like I'm not canceling, but if you cancel a lot, then we may have to have a conversation.
That's what I'm saying.
Like the first kind of cancel, I can understand, but like if it's like a continuous cancellation because of work shit, then we may have to figure something out.
Yeah, I really don't like that shit. I feel like I agree with you, Lamark, in terms of like having their priorities straight. But if they make it like a consistent thing where they're kind of putting you second, it kind of defeats the purpose of you trying to put them first in the first place. Like, I'm like, all right, then we just have you guys ever been with somebody who like tries to match your energy all the time?
Yes. I was literally about to say
it's just like, I don't know how you guys feel about that, but for me, I'm not one of those people. Like, I don't want to be matched, because you never know. Like, there's obviously like the 60-40 when it comes to like relationship giving, whatever it is, sacrificing more than the other person at times due to certain circumstances. But like at the end of the day, it's like not everything's going to be equal all the time, because life is different for everyone individually.
Period. Come on. I was literally going to say it and it came out of his mouth. That's amazing. That's how I feel too. And I hate a motherfucker that's always like, oh, you know, I'm busy. Like like we're all busy. We all have different things going on. We all have different things we're working on. And I'm a big believer that we make time for the things that are important to us. So yeah, I want my man to be out here doing his thing, be busy. I want to. Nothing feels better than, you know, being with somebody who can match your ambition. That is something I want you to
Nothing sucks more than being busier than somebody and them telling you that they're busy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
oh my
excuse
don't
me?
do that.
I feel like they sometimes say that because of all the times you said you're busy. They're like, oh, I'm just going to say I'm busy because all those times I'm like, no, I was actually genuinely busy and I still tried to make time for you. It just didn't work out, but you failed to understand.
Like, understand that. Like, people's time is important.
Right.
If somebody tries to make time for you, like, that says a lot. So the person who always hits me with the I'm busy, that doesn't work for me because I'm just as busy.
Right.
I'm out here doing different things. So don't that. I'll just stop it right there. We don't even got to worry about it.
So, Eli, we asked every guest these two questions.
Oh,
now, the one is the freakiest thing you ever done. And you can, again, it's your comfortability. Yeah. Some people don't want to say too many different things, but whatever you want to say.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't know. I feel like what's the
I don't believe
you're a Cancer, so I know.
I mean, listen. I'll be honest. All right, I of course I'm in my 20s. My hormones are on tilt. They're like on a mission. Like but I just feel like
threesomes.
No, not yet. You know what's weird? You know what's weird?
Yes.
I don't know how to say this. Like, I haven't had a threesome, so I'm not sure if saying this is gonna be true in the long run. But I feel like I'm more of a passionate like love maker versus like a quick one hit a quitter,
Yeah.
or doing it, you know, having like a
For the
threesome.
thrill, yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely say though, if I do have a threesome, it's gonna be with women only.
Yeah, sorry, gay guys out there.
Yeah, no, listen, to
Yeah.
each his own.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's easier just to focus on that one, you know, and really,
Yeah.
because it's kind of like if you're doing it with two, I'm the type of person that I'm in favor of not my significant other, but the other party
Right.
involved. Like I'm trying to get them to where they need to get to, and then so it's like 2 times as hard, no pun intended,
Bing bang.
if there's 2 women involved or more. So I'm kind of just, you know, it could have happened, I think, like one time, but I think I was a virgin at that time. Yeah. I lost my virginity late in the game. But
Same. Okay. It's okay. It's the same.
Yeah, no, I'm not ashamed. I could have lost it. I could have lost it at like fucking 13. But
right.
Yeah, but that choice is, you know,
yeah,
that's a divine choice, you know, like.
Yeah, I was on a mission trying to shift the culture. I'm kidding. Shout out Drake.
Okay, so do you wanna answer that question though?
What, the freakiest thing?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really. I've never done anything like
public.
That.
Nothing public.
No. Oh.
In a car.
Yeah. In my car for sure. Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Okay.
So, yeah.
We'll take that.
So, like 1 to 10, what would you give yourself as a freak number?
Currently, like my hormones are on like 11 on it. I'm kidding. No, they're like, it depends on the day. But
overall though,
no, I like, people have this thing where they're like freaked out with feet and like all these things. Like, I'm just open to anything and everything for the most part.
Same,
like, all the basic,
except like bodily stuff. Like,
yeah. Like there's like a basic package. There's like you know,
okay.
There's like tiers.
Yeah.
I feel like you know, like I'm not like the extreme, but I'm like in that median range where it's kind of like, it's not like oh my god, are you crazy? Like I would have never expected. It's just like, you know.
Okay, so it's giving 5-6 energy.
Yeah, 5-6.
Okay,
yeah,
that's fair.
Okay.
Lamark, what would you say? Because Lamark loves to give the official number.
Oof.
So from what you've learned.
Okay, well he's straight, so that's like I would say maybe like you've done everything with a woman.
Yeah.
But a butt play, like you don't do that, like you're not really into that.
To a certain extent. I mean, like, what do you mean? Like just doing anal in general? Like,
yeah, just in general.
Like groceries.
Yeah.
I mean, both. Like just in general, like eating.
Okay.
Would you let her?
Oh no. Not.
You have to really be comfortable to even think about somebody.
Yeah, like I feel like it's like maybe in the future, like my wife, if we have kids and we're like we've done everything in the books when it comes to sex and we just want to experiment, we'll try out other things. But
you know, I'll say like around 6. Like, you know, 6 is cool.
Yeah, let's give it 6.
Yeah, let's give it 6.
Give it 6, especially, but you know, the cancer in him, it's got to be.
Yeah, I feel like if it's somebody he really fucks with, then it's gonna be.
Yeah, it's gonna be. Fire.
Like off the chart.
Yeah, it's gonna get fireworks.
Okay. All right, Chelsea. Okay. This is your time.
All right. We're gonna.
We gotta go.
Yeah, we gotta get a drop for this.
It's the way he's like. I don't know what the fuck he's like.
I'm excited.
Okay, do you watch Love Is Blind?
No, I've heard of it. I should be watching.
Okay.
But...
All right, Lamark, are you up to date with
I'm up to
date. Okay, great. All right, so it's time for What the Fuck Happened This Week with Chelsea Nate. This is where we just go over, like, you know, some topics about what's happening, obviously, whether that's music, politics, you know,
just life
in general. So let's start with, we had weekend 1 of Coachella pass by, one of the most popular music festivals in America, in the world, actually, because people from all around the world go to Coachella. And Frank Ocean was the headliner.
I knew it. I
heard he was awful.
Yep.
We're gonna get into that. Yeah, we hadn't seen Frank on a stage in about 6 years. All of the fans had long awaited to see him perform. They're like, you know, he's gonna come, he's gonna kill it, he's gonna be worth us, you know, running and waiting hours at the front of this stage set. Well, Frank decided he's gonna come on late. Frank also decided he was gonna change his stage set so that you couldn't see him while he was performing. So those people that waited hours in the front didn't even see him perform. He also told them they can't live stream him because he ain't doing that. So the people at home that wanted to see him wouldn't be able to see that either. And then on top of that, he cut the stage set short because they were letting him know the curfew was coming, and instead of just wrapping it up for the folks, he just said, "Sorry guys, they told me it's curfew. I gotta go. Bye."
Now Frank is gay, right? Or he's bi.
It's giving seeing both sides like Chanel.
Because I don't want to go too. I don't like to go too hard on my black gay brothers.
Okay.
But damn.
Yeah, and then he canceled Weekend 2 performance, which I think we all can agree was the right thing to do because he.
Well, maybe he
fucked up.
wasn't mentally stable.
I think
don't
he
know.
said that he was like injured, like or something.
They claim he is. I'm sorry, Frank. I don't believe it.
SZA, I think, was also in attendance to see Frank.
Yep,
I'm
a
not
lot
sure
of
if
them
he gave her
were,
2 cents on it.
and Justin Bieber wrote him a love letter instead of being worried about his wife's mental health. There was so much going on.
Justin Bieber sent this one out.
Yeah, he's a bit toxic right now. Pisces energy.
Question: if Frank drops like a project soon, would you guys forgive him? I mean, I'm a Frank Ocean fan as well.
I'm a
I would forgive him.
hardcore. Yeah, no. So Channel Orange, deep backdrop. Channel Orange is one of the albums of my lifetime. Like we all have albums that mean a lot to us that have helped us get through something.
Mhm.
And Channel Orange is definitely one of those albums for me. So Frank is a legendary artist in my book.
Yep.
But I'm not paying to see him. You know why? He's a shitty live performer. He's proven that time and time again. And he's also inconsistent. And I think Frank is it's giving the Andre 3000 effect where they have so much social anxiety and so many things they're working through. They just want to create the art and put it out and not really be bothered by it,
Yeah.
He has a very cult following. So he knows no matter what he does, he's going to have fans because the things he creates are timeless. I can admit that. But I'm not paying to see Frank. I'm not standing up for hours to see Frank. None of that. As a person the people who were in charge of Coachella, I'm sorry, the booking team should have known better based off of his history that he was not going to be a good decision. But I understand why they did it.
That's like getting Lauryn Hill. No, you don't.
Exactly. No, honestly, it's giving Lauryn Hill. I'm just saying.
Yikes.
Yeah. All right. So moving on to the next topic. Love is Blind. Okay. So Eli doesn't watch it, but you're familiar with everything going on. Did you hear about how the finale was live streamed, but it didn't start until like an hour or two later?
And then it didn't fucking go on. So it was only, I think they cut people off so that other people could join. That's how they got it to work.
I don't know what they did, but I just know it was a mess. Okay. By the time they came on, Vanessa and Nick were lit. Everybody was tired. Irina was, her makeup was melting by then.
But Jackie and that guy didn't even go. So
they didn't because they're messy and they're cowards. That's why.
Yeah.
So can we talk about how Zach gathered Irina, which they call her Fiona?
I would have rather Irina came there and just been like the bitch that she's known to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like my mean people mean. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're gonna be me a villain, I would have went in there and be like, fuck all of y'all. I don't give a fuck. I said what I said and what's what. Like I like that. Well, she didn't go, so I don't.
Yeah, exactly. She was so mean. She didn't want to show up.
Yeah, but I give Irina more respect because she showed up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would just rather her just be more of the person she was on the camera. I mean, mental health is a serious thing, and I do understand her saying that, she was trying to figure out some shit and whatever. But she's mean, so just go in there, like, if you mean, be mean.
Yeah, I don't have space for mean girls in my life, and Irina, baby, we're not doing it. I don't believe in what you're trying to sell us. It's not working. And there were a lot of little other moments going on, but for overall Netflix, it was a mess.
Yeah, Netflix was a mess.
So
we need a refund this month.
We do. Give everybody back their payment for the month. Thank you. You tried it. Okay. So also some new music that we saw. So between the time that we last spoke, because you guys, we do these every other week, so we don't see you every week.
Right.
So since then, Drake has dropped new music. I know Lotto has dropped some new singles. She's another controversial figure right now.
I don't know why. People always on Lotto's ass.
Well, that was going to get me into the next topic of Princess Diana remix coming out and her versus Nicki and them saying how Ice Spice is the new princess of rap. I'm sure that bothers Lotto, who probably thinks that she's a princess of rap. I think none of them are.
I don't think Ice Spice and Lotto, like, they're two different,
two different vibes.
Right.
Facts. Yeah. Also, Coi Leray thinks that Lotto had taken shots at her over these lyrics in her new song.
Yeah, because she called her small.
Yeah, she said like something about a blunt being the size of Coi Leray. But I didn't really see it as a diss. I think it was just more like a.
I thought she was coming more.
Yeah, like a mention. But I could understand how Coi would take it that way because Coi is also a smoker, so she probably like, bitch.
Yeah, but shout out Coi.
Yeah, no,
she's a baddie.
I love that. I think Coi is beautiful as well, and I love that examples like her and Glorilla They come out, they're popping, they're doing their thing, and they're not allowing, even though it's probably hard, they're not allowing what people think and say to change who they are.
Yeah,
they're gorgeous. They don't need to do anything. Koi is beautiful. And for her to be like a slim figure, I feel like she still just, she radiates.
Yeah.
Like, it's giving the same energy of what if a stereotypical Instagram girl walked in, you know, like she still radiates beauty, in my opinion.
I like Lotto.
I do. I like Lotto too, but she's been messy lately.
I don't not like Ice Spice. I just, some of her music I can't really vibe with.
Really? Okay, can you give me an example? Because I think Icy Spicy is doing it. The EP was.
I like in her mood, like is it in her mood? But
Mhm.
the EP I didn't really like that. Like I don't know. I just drill music is not really my vibe though.
Okay.
So maybe that's why. Like I don't really like drill artists.
What about the song with Pink Panthers? Do you like that one? Have you
Boys
heard
a
it?
Liar
The Boys like
too.
I guess they play it
Love
so
it.
much that it's like stuck in my head. But like you know what I'm saying? Like it's not something I want to download if that makes sense.
Right.
But I think she's cool. We had a run in.
Mm.
We had a run in at someplace, and I was trying to go to work, and she was in the hallway,
Mhm.
and like I was like, "Move," but I didn't mean to say move. I
No way.
didn't mean to say move.
Wait, like you actually said move, just like straight up, or like
I think so because it just
like
because
under your breath, or just straight up like.
I think because so I was waiting, but like it was like her taking pictures like of like the hallway and stuff like that.
Ice
But
Spice?
yeah, like her people. But like I got so you know what the elevator is, you get off and like
Oh yeah.
yeah. So like I had to go that way, like they were blocking that way. So
Was it what? How was the tone though? Was it like a move?
No, I think it was just like but I had my headphones in, so it might have been louder than it. Then it was just bad. It's just bad because the looks I got when I said it, they moved, but
Yeah, I can.
yeah.
As long as it wasn't like
I mean, no, yeah,
white
nah.
chicks.
Oh yeah, no, it wasn't. It wasn't that. It was not that. It wasn't that. I was more so. I was more so concerned that we're the same height. So I was like, damn, I must be short.
Well, does she have on platforms?
I didn't.
But she's not that tall. Is she? I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna on her.
So
Either way,
I seen her like
mean,
twice. She wasn't too tall, but I didn't really stand next to her. I'm not too tall myself, so
understandable. But I mean, listen, I don't think that any of the girlies are giving Princess of Rap nowadays. And it's questionable for me on certain days if Nicki's even the queen of rap. So
bing bang.
just I love you, Nicki. Please, if you ever.
It's not hers. The barbs.
wait,
Yeah.
do you guys think that Ice Spice writes her own bars?
I don't know what she does. I really don't know. Like
I
really
want to say okay, because Munch gives me that she wrote it. Like
Yeah.
I can feel that one day because of being a pretty girl. It's hard. It's hard on both sides. It's
Yeah,
hard.
nothing that.
Yeah.
Nothing, like not.
I can
Nothing's wrong with it.
Yeah, I can understand
I
how
think-
she could write Munch. So I want to say yes, based on the simplicity of the other songs as well. But the catchiness that she did write it.
I just don't know how she's so famous now. She's very famous.
Yeah, she is. She's kind of just like.
She's what?
Industry plant is what they said.
I'm
I don't want that. I don't want any of the machines to attack me.
I just think it's
Okay.
funny how like the Akbar is like old girls that were like under Nicki's cooch, like did all that, and then like she did it with Ice Spice.
Yeah.
Like, she didn't do a song with any of them.
Well, okay, can we talk? This might be controversial, but okay, do you guys think that Nicki is slightly grooming Ice Spice just based off of how the video was? Like the video was really fun and cute. I don't know. Did you guys see the video?
Yeah.
I thought it was super cute, very cute, but some of the energy also did give like it was just a little weird to me because it's the way that she sexualized her in that way. It didn't give
Because the big age gap.
not yeah, because like why are you okay, so
I'm
sex
trying-
sells. I'm trying to say this
You
without-
trying to say it without getting
I am.
canceled. You trying to.
I am. Y'all don't cancel me. Okay, sex sells, but why was you grabbing on her in that kind of way? Like y'all was really about to be out here munching,
Right.
Yeah.
Like there's a way to do it. I feel like she could have been less sexual with the video.
And
That's
I feel
all I'm
like-
saying. Nicki Minaj could have did less because Ice Spice was chilling.
Facts.
She was
I feel like
cute.
Ice Spice didn't really return that same energy as much as Nicki gave to her.
Yes, and I think Nicki
I mean, she probably wasn't
might
allowed.
be sexually attracted to her though.
No, I don't think so. I think Nicki's just playing the game. If I'm being honest.
Wait, is Ice Spice bi or?
Yes.
Oh, she is.
Yes.
Yes. So that's like another. To that point, it's like that's even makes it even more kind of weird that Ice Spice didn't return that same like. energy.
feel
I don't think
Nicki
she
has
was
to go
allowed
through
to.
Not
it.
weird, but just like.
I think Nicki was
unusual.
like, I'm gonna like. I think Nicki has a very strong presence. I feel.
Oh yes.
So I feel
Good
like
fetch.
Here we go. So I feel like you have to be very particular on when you do certain things around. Miss
Yeah, but
Minaj.
then you would think that if that was Ice's energy behind it too. She would return the thing. She has no problem like rubbing on you and doing like
Yeah.
she does those sometimes, but I feel like she's more chill, and Nikki kind of should have just been just a notch chiller with it. Like I didn't need your hand literally on this girl's pussy at one point. Like come on, like that last couple the last couple of scenes was a little crazy. Like Nikki, I don't want to bring age into it because age ain't but a number, but
shout out Aaliyah.
Right. Ooh, R. Kelly wrote those lyrics. We won't get into that.
We're just going down.
You know what? Thank you guys for joining us. So what the fuck happened this week? I don't want to go no more because I don't want to get canceled.
Oh man, Eli, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
It was so fun.
Any last questions you'd like to say for us, or just in general? Any like last points you would like to make to the people?
Just one question. What are your guys' goals?
Go ahead, you go first, Mark.
I mean, I'm just trying to have my own show that's like produced by myself, and I can kind of like branch off and do like movies, like produce. I want to have my own cologne. I want to have my own book. Definitely writing a book.
What would you name the cologne?
Ooh.
I mean, like, unless you don't know yet, then we can just.
I don't know the name, but I know the name of my book. But I don't know the name of the cologne yet.
What's the name of the book?
Behind the Movement.
Oh, okay.
That's on fire.
Okay.
So I can dive deep into like my whole life. But I also want to do other things. Like I want to work on a movie with my grandparents, like their life. I want to call it Ricky and Peaches because their life is crazy. And
I've met them and I learned about them.
It's
yeah.
I'm not even gonna put a sound because it's family. But yeah, man, I'm just trying to take over, just the world. I feel like it's not enough representation for like young gay black kids and the life. So, and I do feel like when they do get to a certain point, they're more flamboyant. Nothing against flamboyant gay men. I just feel like that's really pushed to the front when it's especially in media. So I don't know. Like every time I talk about what I do, they're like, "Oh, you like Jason Lee?" I'm like, "Oh, excuse me."
Shout out Jason Lee.
Yeah,
he came up to the Breakfast Club, co-hosted a few times.
I don't know how I feel about him because I've been compared to him, and I don't like that.
Wait, what do you mean? Like you don't like being compared to people in general? Just like specifically?
Just specifically, I guess. I feel like he does a lot with women, and I don't. That's not my vibe.
Oh yeah, okay. I don't know much about like.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, like I don't. Me personally, I feel like I'm more hard on men than I am on women, and that's just me. But I feel like a lot of men, maybe gay men, are really hard on women. I'm not that hard on women because I don't have a pussy, so I don't know how you do what you do. Now. So I'm just saying. But as far as a man, I have a dick, you have a dick, like we can go toe to toe. But I feel like some gay men in particular sometimes go super harder on women. I don't like that. Now, if it's you getting cute, we can go back and forth. But I'm just saying, like, I don't know. With him, I've seen a lot of different things that he said about like Ariana or like Normani or somebody like, like I don't like that. So that's just my opinion. Again, I've never met him before, so I don't know his vibe in real life. I just feel like sometimes when people see him, they're like he's messy. And I can be messy, but when people see me on and off the show, like on this show is like whatever, but off the show, I'm pretty, chill and quiet.
Yeah.
So
that is true. That's understandable. Ooh, just hit money on the table. We're gonna edit that part out.
What if you don't?
As far as me, so this question is actually like shifting in my life right now because I thought that I was just gonna maybe continue down the path of working in the animal industry, but I'm definitely tapping back into my roots, which is radio. Shout out to Lamark for kind of like come back to this side. Also I DJ. That's something I didn't get to talk to you about, but I do DJ. I actually just finished my third mix, you guys. Hey. So Side Girl Music Volume 1 is coming out today, actually, when I get out of this show.
We gotta figure out when this shit drops.
So I do a lot of different genres. Like I put out an edit the other day, and it was house and Jersey Club mixed together. Fire. This one is like more R&B and alternative fusion.
R&B's not dead.
Yeah, it's really
it'll never die.
It's never dying. Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
Really, I really like you. He's great. He's great.
He's dope, right?
Yeah. But also I want to get into project management, get back into creative management, and just really shift my way back over to that field. I just finished getting certified in the Foundations to Project Management. So I'm just really taking me wanting to elevate my career seriously, and I'm okay with it ending up anywhere as long as it's with something that I'm passionate about, which is a multitude of things. So there's different lanes that I feel like will make me happy and fulfill me. And, hopefully I get to do a set sometime soon. That's a goal,
That'd be
upcoming
dope.
goal. Yeah.
With
So,
God's good grace. Amen to
yeah.
that.
Hopefully.
We could do a live show, some shit. That'd be fun.
Absolutely. There's actually, I wanted to talk to you about that too.
Oof.
Yeah. We'll make it happen.
Yeah, we'll figure some shit
But yeah,
out.
shout out to Eli. Thank you so much for
Shout out
joining
Thank you
us.
so much
You're
for
such
coming.
a
for having me.
vibe. I
I'm
love
looking forward
it.
to episode 2 of The Heartbreak. I can't wait to see it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
Mm.
I mean, I get my emotional
We gotta get
tears
ourselves ready for that.
Yeah. That'll be dropping next. I don't know when the fuck this is even gonna come out. We gotta figure out a release date.
We're dropping in May for sure.
Yeah, for sure. We just gotta figure out a date.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then also we have a couple other little things in the works to make it a little more
Spicy.
a little more
Throw some
spicy.
sauce on it.
Yeah, throw some sauce.
Be like, let people know your Instagram, your TikTok.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So my Instagram, you can follow me at OVO Eli. TikTok, Old Soul OVO. Yeah. Also have a YouTube channel, NYC Eli.
Nice. Okay, what do you do on your YouTube channel? Just to let people know.
Vlogs.
Okay.
For the most part.
Music reviews and stuff, or
I like do a whole bunch of stuff. It's just like a broad spectrum of like current pop culture stuff.
Okay,
you'll see some Drake stuff there.
Okay,
of course.
got it.
And last question: the most favorite guest I guess you ever had or experienced?
The Breakfast Club.
Yeah, Yep. Why not?
Wait, you said or no?
Or not? Yeah, I mean, we can make it. I'm gonna edit it the way it's good.
Most favorite guest. Dang, I have one. There's so many. Waiting on Drake.
Okay. Ooh.
Bryson Tiller,
Okay.
Frank Ocean. Like, I'm waiting on all these people I'm named. Tory Lanez came up before the whole cancellation
He
thing.
did.
I was a fan of him, but that's
Yeah,
aside.
yeah.
He was definitely cool. P Diddy came up. Division. That was like a cool duo.
How was Diddy?
He was cool. He had that. I see why he calls himself Love. He had that good energy.
That's good.
Like you could kind of feel it. His son also came. Sean Combs, shout out King Combs.
I love to have a talk with Diddy about stuff.
Honestly, yeah. He got some keys, man.
Yeah.
You can say what you want, but he's got a blueprint for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Damn, I feel like I know. It's just, I mean, I named,
Yeah.
You
It's
named
just
a
like-
few, yeah.
I was gonna say who was the worst, but I don't know if you're gonna say it.
Who was the worst? Like, damn,
If you could,
who was the worst?
like their attitude was just out of this world. And I know you have one.
Like, do you mean like towards me or just on the show? Like,
Both.
it's tough because even some guests that we had that were good in an interview or like in person, I don't like their energy, but like for both, that's a tough one because they're usually pretty calm when it comes to the interviews. But
Or even if there's one that took you off guard, like they were worse than you thought they were gonna be. Like they aren't how you thought they would be.
Fat Joe.
Oh really? I met him. He was such a pleasure.
Yeah, it might have just been me, like not like introducing myself or anything, but it's just kind of like it was weird vibes. Weird. Maybe I don't know if he was like in a rush, had like a hard out or something like that. But I think he'll be back soon. But maybe I'll have that opportunity to like really get to feel his vibe.
Okay.
But we had nothing but good vibes, genuine vibes for the most part. Nobody really giving that negative. I mean, Jim Jones came up very recently, and it was a very passionate
Like he's
interview. Yeah, but he backed Drake, so I can't hate on him. He also shitted on Pusha T, so nothing
that
against
seems
Pusha
like
T.
a common thing nowadays.
Yeah.
Everybody's beefing with T, but that's a whole nother conversation too.
Well, thank you, Eli, for
Yeah,
coming on the
thank you
show.
so
We
much.
appreciate
Thanks
it.
for having me.
And make sure you guys follow him, support him, and we'll see you guys next time on Lamark After Dark.
Take care.